like a Hellcat.
Before we get started, I have a favor. If you enjoy my content and want to see me continue to improve in both quality and size, please check out my Patreon linked in the description. Any amount helps and it is greatly appreciated. There are so many rewards for each level of donation, so go check it out. Now back to the video. Hey everybody, this is Matt the EmeraldAvenger, and in today's video, the changes that the devs have been saying were going to be coming to the next PTR cycle on the forums have finally made it to live, and they're not at all what I was expecting. They're actually quite interesting. So first, let's get to Baptiste. So what they were talking about is changing up how the cooldown on his immortality field works and to make it less oppressive. And they kind of took it in a really bad direction. So the changes are, it now lasts 8 seconds instead of 5 seconds. And it's a 25-second cooldown instead of a 20-second cooldown. And see, it barely lasted there. Like, it had no time at all. And the amplification matrix ultimate cost was increased by 20%. So it means I have to do 20% more damage and healing in order to actually get his amplification matrix. So, yeah. Not at all what I was expecting. I'm trying to get the, well, if I could aim. I'm trying to get amplification matrix up to show you guys. But overall, this change is actually quite extreme. It might kill a lot of Baptiste's ability, because if his immortality field is only lasting 5 seconds, that's actually kind of crazy. Like, that's actually kind of crazy. Only lasts 5 seconds. It's a 25-second cooldown. It's quite crazy. Okay, so Mei, she no longer is able to just freeze people like crazy. So endothermic blaster slowing effect is reduced. Reduces enemy movement from 20 to 70%, down from 30 to 90%. So, if I can actually catch up with somebody, it means that I will not slow this guy. If I can catch up, I will not slow this guy as quickly as possible. And then he only will stay frozen for a second, rather than the 1.5 seconds that he used to stay. So, they've made Mei weaker too. Both these changes I'm fine with. I absolutely hate Mei. Mei is a really oppressive character, especially for the characters that I play. I play Reaper, I play Roadhog, and Doomfist. For some reason, she's oppressive to all those people. So, yeah, I'm actually kind of happy about this change. So, next we have Diva. We knew what this was going to be. They changed her booster's cooldown from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. So, let's see, I wait 3 seconds and then I can do it again. And so this is a really good change. This is her only change. This is a really good change to make her a lot more just moving all over the place. Like, I feel like her design is supposed to be. Also means that if you get in a pinch and get your ultimate but don't have your boosters, well, now you will have your boosters. Yeah. Quite an interesting change. No, a lot of the higher level people, I know the content creators are saying this might be bad. I think this is going to be good. I don't play Diva a lot, but I think this is going to be a good change. Okay, next, we get to Hanzo. No, Orisa. Her, Fortify no longer reduces damage by 50%. It only reduces it by 40%. This one is kind of shocking, but it does take power away from her, whatchamacallit, from her Fortify. So, say she takes 100 damage with Fortify. Whenever she had Fortify on at full health, if she took a 100 damage shot, it would be reduced by 5 because of the armor changes, but then it would also be reduced by 50% on top of that. So, instead of taking 100 damage, she would take, like, 47 damage from it. Well, now, she'll take closer to, like, 50 or 60 damage. Probably closer to 55 damage from an attack that deals 100 damage. So, yeah, Fortify is just stronger. So, was not expecting this one, but it happened. Next, yet another character that we had mentioned would be getting a rework or a change is Hanzo. No, Hanzo wasn't mentioned. I'm not sure if he's mentioned or not. I think he was mentioned, but wasn't mentioned to be getting a change. His arrows now fly a little slower, making him ever so slightly worse at range. from, I think it was 125 to 110 meters per second. So, quite a extreme change. I'm having frame drops for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Quite an extreme change, in my opinion. It's basically because arrows just fly a little slower. I mean, maybe this will help prevent him from being top meta, but I'm not sure what it's actually going to do to him, because I think he's still going to be a pretty good character despite this. I don't think it's really going to change a whole lot about his kit, about how he plays. I mean, it might make it so they can't play him from like 10 miles away, but he's still going to be oppressive. I mean, he's still oppressive whenever he gets up close with his Stormbow. He's just shoot you a couple times and you're dead. If I didn't miss the first shot, that'd have been a lot better. Now for the final person, we get Doomfist. And what Doomfist changes, uppercut recovery time increased from 0.2 seconds to 0.5 seconds. Now, I actually gotta test that because I'm not sure. Oh, so it increases the amount of time he has to wait before he can do anything else. Okay, so that makes it where he can't, like, instantaneously combo whenever he likes. So let me get over here and actually attempt to do a combo. So basically, I was spamming the button as soon as I pressed uppercut. And it took me quite a bit longer to actually be able to use it again. Let's demonstrate it again. So, you probably heard that "din-it" noise whenever I tried to press it. It's just harder for him to do quick combos. I think this might be a good change. This is one of those mechanical, one of the qualitative instead of a quantitative change that I've been talking about that I think works better. Rather than changing like durations of abilities, change how the mechanics of the abilities work, so making him stay unable to use another ability for much longer is definitely a good change in a good direction. So let's go back over those. So going to Baptiste, I think this, it might not kill him, it might not absolutely destroy him, but the fact that it only lasts 5 seconds and has a longer cooldown, it's kind of like the opposite of what you expect. You get a shorter duration, you get a shorter cooldown, but no, you get a shorter duration and a longer cooldown. 5 seconds longer cooldown and 3 second longer, 3 seconds shorter duration. And it's not at all what I have suggested. What I suggested is that it was more of a dynamic thing, where it was like you would change like the duration of it, but depending on when it was destroyed depends on how long the cooldown is. Like if it lasts for its full duration, it has the full cooldown, but if it gets destroyed beforehand, it gets a slightly shorter cooldown depending on how long it was up. I'm not sure how well that worked. It would make it to where it would be more like an actual ability instead of having like this now 25 second long cooldown. It would have anywhere between probably 12 and 15 seconds, because most of the time it's not going to last the max duration. Most of the time it will never last the max duration. Now it definitely will, because 5 seconds isn't really that long of a time to try to take it out. Like, it's just not a lot of time at all. So we might just see a lot less of Immortality Field actually getting destroyed and targeted, and instead just waiting it out and waiting to pop all your ultimates after that 5 second duration. So, I mean, that besides that change, nothing is that big. I mean, Diva's change is only to one of her single abilities, but it is pretty impactful. It means that she can be a lot more mobile, be a lot more oppressive, especially to the Reinhardt, who now is immune to her boosters. If she can just like zip around him and continually ram into him, there's not much he's going to be able to do. I think it's a good change. I hope it's a good change. Of course, I don't have great ways of testing it out competitively because a lot of my friends don't play on the PTR, so I don't really have a way of testing it out. I'll have to wait and see what other content creators think about it before I can come up with like an actual opinion on it, like a tested opinion on it. And then we get Orisa. I think we might see a power shift of Dive come back ever so slightly, but Double Barrier is still just going to be so powerful because Sigma's power crept to Oblivion. Baptiste is power crept to Oblivion. Moira is overpowered. Orisa is overpowered. Like, it's This change might make her weaker, but they gave her more health in the last patch, so I'm not so sure. But what do you guys think? Do you think these changes are going to be good for Overwatch in the long run? Do you think they're going to be bad for Overwatch in the long run? Feel free to leave your opinion down in the comment section down below, or go to the Discord, linked in the description. And feel free to leave your comment and opinion there. All that aside, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Go follow me on all my social medias. Keep up to date with the channel. Go to the Discord, join the conversation. Go to my Patreon if you feel like supporting me. This is the EmeraldAvengerG. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Peace out.